Right now, whether you realize it or not, you are telling yourself a story. It is the story of who you are, what you deserve, what is possible for you, and what you expect from life. This story plays quietly in the background every day. It speaks through your thoughts, your emotions, your reactions, and even the way you see the world around you. The surprising thing is that this story may be influencing your life more than you think. Many people believe that their circumstances create their thoughts, but often the opposite is true. The thoughts you repeat again and again slowly become beliefs. Those beliefs become expectations, and those expectations shape the way you move through life. If you constantly tell yourself that life is difficult, that opportunities are rare, or that good things happen to other people, but not to you, you begin to see proof of that story everywhere. The universe responds to the energy behind what you consistently believe. It does not focus on what you want for a few minutes. It responds to what you truly expect deep inside. That is why two people can face the same situation and have completely different experiences. The good news is that if a story can shape your life, a new story can change it. And the moment you become aware of the story you are telling yourself, you take the first powerful step toward creating a different reality. Most people do not realize that the story they tell themselves today may have started many years ago. Some parts of that story were created during childhood. Some came from difficult experiences, disappointments, failures, or moments when life did not go as planned. Little by little, these experiences formed beliefs about what is possible and what is not. Over time, those beliefs became familiar, and many people stopped questioning them. Maybe someone was told they were not good enough. Maybe they experienced rejection and started believing they were unworthy of love. Maybe they faced financial struggles and began telling themselves that money is always hard to earn. These stories often become so normal that they feel like facts. But a belief repeated many times does not automatically become the truth. It simply becomes a story that the mind accepts. The challenge is that these old stories continue running in the background every day. They influence decisions, reactions, and expectations without people even noticing. A person who believes success is difficult may hesitate when opportunities appear. A person who believes happiness never lasts may expect problems even during good times. Without realizing it, they keep strengthening the same story. This is why awareness is so important. The moment you begin listening to your inner conversation, you start discovering the beliefs that have been guiding your life. And once you can see the story clearly, you are no longer controlled by it. You finally have the power to choose something different. One of the biggest misunderstandings about the law of attraction is the belief that simply wishing for something is enough. Many people spend a few minutes thinking about what they want, but then spend the rest of the day doubting it, fearing it, or believing it will never happen. The universe does not respond most strongly to a passing wish. It responds to the beliefs and expectations that you carry consistently. Think about it this way. If you tell yourself every day that good things never happen to you, that belief begins to shape your attitude, your choices, and your energy. You may not even notice it, but you start expecting disappointment before anything has happened. And when challenges appear, they seem to confirm the story you already believed. The cycle continues because the belief remains unchanged. The same principle works in the opposite direction. When you begin believing that opportunities can find you, that life can improve, and that you are worthy of good things, you start looking at the world differently. You become more open. You notice possibilities that you may have ignored before. You approach situations with greater confidence and hope. The universe responds to what you repeatedly accept as true. Your consistent beliefs send a message every single day. That is why changing your life often begins with changing what you expect from it. When your expectations begin to rise, your energy begins to shift. And when your energy shifts, your experience of life can start changing in ways you never imagined. The story you tell yourself is not only made of big beliefs. It is also built from the small conversations you have with yourself every day. These quiet thoughts may seem unimportant, but they carry great power. The words you repeat in your mind become the lens through which you see your life. Over time, your self-talk shapes how you feel, how you act, and what you believe is possible for you. Think about how often people criticize themselves without even noticing. They say things like, "I am not lucky," "I never get a break," "I am always behind," or "nothing ever works out for me." These words may feel harmless because they are familiar, but each time they are repeated, they strengthen the story that supports them. The mind begins accepting these statements as truth, and the emotions that follow make those beliefs feel even more real. Now imagine replacing those thoughts with something different. Imagine saying, "I am growing every day, new opportunities are coming into my life, or things can work out better than I expect." At first, these thoughts may feel unfamiliar, but the more they are repeated, the more they begin creating a different emotional experience. Hope starts replacing doubt. Confidence starts replacing fear. Your self-talk is like a message that you send out every day. The universe hears not only your spoken words, but also the beliefs behind them. That is why paying attention to your inner conversation is so important. The way you speak to yourself today may be creating the reality you experience tomorrow. Choose your words carefully because they are helping write the story that the universe is answering. If the universe responds to the story you tell yourself, then it becomes important to understand why some negative patterns seem to repeat again and again. Many people look at their lives and wonder why they keep facing the same struggles, the same disappointments, or the same feelings of lack. The answer is often hidden in the story they continue telling themselves without realizing it. When a person expects rejection, They often become focused on signs that confirm that expectation. When someone believes they will fail, they may hesitate, doubt themselves, or avoid taking chances altogether. The mind naturally looks for evidence to support what it already believes. As a result, the old story becomes stronger, and the cycle continues. It is not because the person is unlucky. It is because their attention keeps returning to the same familiar belief. Fear also plays a powerful role in keeping negative stories alive. The mind wants to protect you from pain, so it often focuses on what could go wrong. But when fear becomes the main voice guiding your thoughts, it can prevent you from seeing opportunities, possibilities, and solutions that are right in front of you. You become so focused on avoiding disappointment that you stop expecting success. The important thing to remember is that a repeated experience does not mean a repeated future. Just because something happened before does not mean it must happen again. The moment you stop feeding an old story with your attention and energy, you begin weakening its influence. Every time you choose a new thought, a new belief, or a new expectation, you start breaking the cycle. And when the story changes, the response you receive from life can begin to change as well. The beautiful thing about your story is that it is not permanent. No matter how long you have believed something, no matter how many times you have repeated the same thoughts, you have the power to change the story starting today. The moment you become aware of the words, beliefs, and expectations shaping your life, you also gain the ability to choose something new. Many people think change happens in one big moment. They believe they need to feel completely confident, completely positive, or completely fearless before their lives can improve. But real change often begins in a much quieter way. It starts with a simple decision, a decision to stop agreeing with thoughts that no longer serve you, a decision to stop calling yourself limited, unlucky, or unworthy, a decision to believe that a better future is possible. At first, the old story may still try to return. The mind naturally goes back to what feels familiar. This is normal. It does not mean you are failing. It simply means you are creating a new habit of thinking. Every time you choose a more empowering thought, you are teaching your mind a new way to see yourself and your life. As your story begins to change, your energy begins to change with it. You start noticing possibilities where you once saw obstacles. You begin feeling hope where you once felt doubt. The universe responds to this shift, not because you became perfect overnight, but because you started sending a different message. One new belief may seem small, but over time it can create a completely different direction for your life. And every great transformation begins with that first change in the story you tell yourself. Once you understand that your story matters, the next step is to consciously create one that supports the life you want to live. This does not mean pretending that challenges do not exist. It does not mean ignoring reality or forcing yourself to be positive every second of the day. It means choosing a story that gives you strength instead of taking it away. It means speaking to yourself in a way that supports growth, possibility, and hope. Many people spend years repeating stories that make them feel powerless. They tell themselves they are not smart enough, not talented enough, not attractive enough, or not capable enough. These stories drain energy and limit what seems possible. But imagine what could happen if you started telling yourself a different story. What if you began believing that you are learning, growing, and becoming stronger every day? What if you believed that new opportunities can appear at any moment? What if you trusted that your future does not have to look like your past? A supportive story is not built on perfection. It is built on possibility. It allows room for mistakes while still believing in progress. It reminds you that every successful person started somewhere and that every positive change begins with a new belief. The more often you repeat an empowering story, the more natural it begins to feel. As you create this new inner narrative, pay attention to the words you use. Speak about yourself with kindness. Focus on what is working instead of only what is missing. Celebrate small victories instead of waiting for huge ones. Every positive thought becomes another brick in the foundation of your new story. And with each new belief, you are sending a clearer message to the universe about the life you are ready to experience. Creating a new story is powerful, but there is another important step. You must begin living in a way that supports the story you are choosing. Your thoughts are important, but your actions matter too. When your thoughts, feelings, and actions move in the same direction, you create a stronger message. You begin showing the universe that you truly believe in the story you are telling yourself. Many people say they want confidence, but continue acting as if they are not capable. They say they want success, but never give themselves a chance to grow. They say they believe good things are coming, but spend every day expecting the opposite. This creates a conflict between what they want and what they are demonstrating through their actions. The universe responds more clearly when your actions support your beliefs. You do not need to make huge changes overnight. In fact, small actions are often the most powerful. If your new story is that you are becoming more confident, speak up a little more than you did yesterday. If your new story is that opportunities are available to you, start saying yes to new experiences. If your new story is that you deserve happiness, allow yourself to enjoy the good moments without guilt or fear. Each small action sends a signal to your mind that the new story is real. Over time, confidence grows. Belief becomes stronger. What once felt impossible starts feeling natural. You begin seeing yourself differently because you are no longer just thinking about change. You are participating in it. The universe responds not only to what you say, but also to what you consistently do. When your actions match your new story, you create momentum. And that momentum can carry you toward experiences that once seemed far beyond your reach. One small step may not seem significant today, but many small steps taken in faith can completely transform the direction of your life. As you begin telling a new story and living in alignment with it, you may start noticing signs that something is changing. These signs are not always dramatic. In fact, they are often small at first. Many people expect a sudden miracle, but transformation usually begins with subtle shifts that gradually grow stronger over time. One of the first signs is often a change in how you feel. You may notice that you are worrying less and trusting more. Situations that once caused fear may no longer have the same power over you. You begin feeling calmer, more hopeful, and more confident about the future. This inner shift is important because your outer world often starts changing after your inner world changes first. You may also begin noticing new opportunities appearing in unexpected ways. A conversation leads to a new idea. A chance meeting opens a door. An opportunity arrives that you might have overlooked in the past. These moments may seem small, but they often show that you are becoming more aligned with the story you have chosen to believe. Another sign is that you start seeing yourself differently. You no longer define yourself by old mistakes, failures, or limitations. Instead, you begin seeing your potential. You start trusting your abilities and making decisions from a place of confidence rather than fear. This change in self-image can affect every area of your life, from relationships to career goals to personal happiness. The key during this stage is patience. Sometimes people give up because results do not appear as quickly as they hoped. But remember, a story that has been repeated for years may take time to fully transform. Keep trusting the process. Keep choosing thoughts that support your new reality. Every positive belief, every small action, and every moment of faith is helping create momentum. The universe is always responding. The question is not whether it is listening. The question is whether you are continuing to tell the story you truly want answered. Stay committed to that story and allow the changes to unfold one step at a time. As we come to the end of this message, remember this simple truth. The universe is always responding to the story you tell yourself. Every thought you repeat, every belief you hold, and every expectation you carry becomes part of the message you send out into the world. If you want different results, begin with a different story. Choose thoughts that support your growth. Choose beliefs that empower you. Choose expectations that open the door to new possibilities. Your past does not have to define your future. The mistakes, disappointments, and challenges you have experienced are not the final chapter of your story. Starting today, you can become the author of a new narrative, a narrative filled with hope, confidence, abundance, love, and opportunity. The more you believe in that story, the more you align yourself with the life you truly want to create. Never forget that change begins within. A small shift in thought can lead to a big shift in direction. A new belief can create a new future. And the story you choose today may become the reality you live tomorrow. If this video resonated with you, be sure to like this video. Leave a comment below sharing the story you are choosing to tell yourself, and share this video with someone who needs to hear this message today. And if you have not already, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss another inspiring message. Thank you for watching, and remember, the universe is listening to the story you tell every single day.